The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
And I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics are going all the way.
Hey, Nick, go handle our light work.
Bowl games matter.
I would like a cold cut sandwich.
Boy, how about
You can call him Eamon Owens because he ain't got no D and he ain't got no J.
James Madison?
Turn your body cams off. Do what you do.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, it's weird to look at this. Just brace yourself, everybody. Brace yourself, because it's a clean-shaven Scott, and it's weird. I guess not completely clean-shaven, but
It's funny that we're at the point in my life where it's weird that I don't have a beard. And for so long, I never let it go longer than a week. And now it's like everybody looks at me. Even Jordan said, "You just look weird."
Gabe said, "New job? What's the change for?" I do feel like we're at that point in our lives too, Scott, where you only shave for like two reasons. Like one, your wife needs you to clean up for some event, or two, you messed up with the guard and you're like, oh well, it's all got to come off now. Shoot.
I did not do that, but it's funny that you went there because Cheryl asked, "Did you screw up?" And I was like, "No, but why was that the first place you went?" She's like, "Oh, I mean, you didn't tell me you were going to." I'm like, I didn't decide to until I was just kind of doing it. No, the guard didn't slip. Nothing. It just was one of those guys like, it's time to reset before we get into the summer months so I can head into summer with it looking nice.
That bar said, Jordan is right. You do look weird.
Cool.
It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you in your freshly shaven face.
Maybe I shaved because I was going to be on time tonight. How about that? There, celebrating being on time.
Scott in the comments said, last time I shaved was definitely a guard issue the day before her baby shower. LOL. Dude, that's rough. Mookie's here. Mookie, have you ever had the guard issue where the guard slips or the clippers set the wrong size and the next thing you know, everything's getting cut down?
No, because I don't really grow a beard, not by choice, but just by genetic ability. So it's about every 10 days thing, because otherwise I just look weird. It's patchy. It looks. We'll just say I don't want to be showing up on any NBC shows where a guy walks around in a car and goes, "So what are you doing here?" But that's kind of the vibe the facial hair I do gives off, and so it's like, okay, we're at that point, gotta go, zoom. So it's the same guard every single time. It's the one. Either the one is on, or we need to go get the one and put the guard on and get rid of the situation going on.
So I think I've stumbled in. What we need to do is we need to find one of those beard companies that are on my Instagram targeted ads, where it's got the little roly pinchy thing that helps grow in your beard, and they got oils that are supposed to help it. We get them to sponsor the show. Yeah, you haven't seen that thing? It's like a little roly thing. It looks like a lawn aerator for your face, and you just roll it over your beard, and it's supposed to help your beard grow in better.
If it's aerating my pores, that just sounds pleasurable. So why not, right?
Some weird stuff.
Jenna, I need you to aerate my pores tonight. We're getting freaky with it.
Look, if that's what it takes, man, I'll do whatever it takes. I'm willing. Am I able? I'd like to think so, but if that's where we have to go, then that's where we have to go.
What a weird start to the show. We got a good one.
Would you rather though? But would you rather?
Woke up with the chromosome on third.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Some dude was in our comment section on YouTube that was like, but did you even take 5 seconds to look up why Ace Flagg is playing at Maine? 2 words, Hunter Flagg. I'm like, oh, no. I was like, it's a joke, man. And he's like this podcast.
I mean, yes, this podcast is a joke, but you took it way too seriously, my guy. You should take a lap. Take a breather.
Hunter Flagg, which it doesn't explain anything to me. It's just another flag.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did that answer anything we were discussing? Like we knew that
we
they were
talking about flags.
It's the twin brothers, the last week's show.
Oh,
You
I
know?
remember
one
that.
playing it, the one that plays at
Sorry
Maine.
that you brought up. You did.
was gonna
Is
say-
Hunter Flagg the twin brother? Is that the other kid?
Ace is the twin brother.
Ace is the twin. Well, you know what? Fuck them all. Who cares? Duke lost. Grow up. Move on. Jesus.
We
Talking
got
about
a
these
good show
flags,
tonight. We're going to
not
talk
actual
about
flags.
Aaron Judge becoming Captain America for Team
Boo.
USA.
Oh man.
Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on that one, Scott, because I know how much you love the World Baseball Classic, and I know how bad that one's got to hurt. We also have to talk about the A's being a complete poverty franchise and showing it over and over again, despite them helping Mookie win some money.
Tied 3-3 with the Sox, by the way, in the top of the second. So yes, in the first inning, both teams scored 3 runs. So reset. Here we go. Starting over a game of 8 innings, tied 3-3. Sorry, Mike, but there's your live baseball update.
Appreciate that. Thank you. We also, Scott, I want to talk to you about your, you guys got to get your boys in check over there on the Braves TV broadcast. Cause you got reporters out there wiling out during the game. We got to talk about Colorado retiring jerseys. Mookie wants to talk about the Jewish baseball teams, Jewish college baseball teams that broke streaks. We've got hockey to talk about. There's a story there. Also, Rory won the Masters. So tons to get to. We will probably get to none of it. Wow, Matt Barr.
Wow.
You read it. I'm ready to give it to him here because that's good.
He said Craft Brewed Sports and then did the handshake emoji. Tom Brenneman talking about flags.
I don't even know if I'm gonna have a job tomorrow.
I don't know if I'm going to put these headsets on again. Jim Day is going to take you the rest of the way. Gabe said that Hunter is the older brother, so that's why Ace went to Maine, is to be with the older brother.
I thought Hunter was Joe's son.
See, that's what I thought too, and I was like, let's not, we don't want to go into that territory. I thought we weren't doing that anymore, but
we'll go into that territory later when we talk about JD Vance almost fumbling the national championship trophy. All right, tons to get to. Let's talk about these beers that we were drinking first. As always, we're rating them on our Boy Caesar scale. Dog or no dog? Scott, what is in your mug tonight? Dog or no dog?
I steered away for a moment to venture out and try some new things, but I circled back around to these sours because they're my new mistress, and there's only one. It could be only one. I was like, oh, is that an Urban Artifact I haven't seen before? Well, yes, it is. This is Urban Artifacts Ward. They're vanilla key lime.
Oh, snaps.
Fruit sour. And let me tell you, it's a dog. It's every bit the dog you would think it would be. You can taste the vanilla and the lime both separately. It's perfect. It nails it. The first drink tasted like, which I don't think they make anymore. I think it's because we grew up in an era when there was green flavored drinks that were all lime or lime popsicles. I don't think those exist anymore. I don't remember the last time I saw a lime flavored anything. But if you ever had a lime flavored juice or popsicle or anything, this tastes like that. With that aftertaste of vanilla and obviously the booze. Oh, snap. It's such a dog. 6.7% too, so not a weakling.
Very nice. I was just looking the last I was trying to figure out what the last lime flavored juice was that I drank, and my head went to,
was either a little hug or
my head went to Ecto Cooler that's just association with
orange
like
flavor.
It is. I looked it up.
It's not lime.
Tangerine.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed about it. But you're right. A good old hug. A lime huggy. Man, that sounds great, Scott. Mookie, what are you drinking, dog or no dog?
Oh, this is a dog, man. It's called Plum Bianca from Telluride Brewing Company. Super solid brew.
Telluride.
Yeah, solid.
I've had some from there before.
This is from February of 2022. So a little age, a little old, but Man, this thing is delicious. Very smooth, creamy almost for a Belgian white. Not necessarily what I expect. I'm not really getting the Italian plums, but I am excited because when I went to check it in, it suggested that I tag the flavor profile as effervescent. So this is an effervescent dog, if I've ever seen one in my life.
Effervescent dog.
I would imagine hanging out with your buddies at a brewery and somebody's like, dude, you got to try this beer. It's so effervescent. Like, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I'm not trying that beer.
Also, what the fuck did you just say to me? Like, that is not selling me on a beer. It's effervescence.
If I gotta Google the word to figure out what we're saying, like, nah, pass. But
What's
this
it
shit is
taste
amazing.
like, man? What's it taste like? It's effervescent. That doesn't answer any questions.
We grew up with Red Dog. You talk about effervescence. Come on. Get it together.
What I would say though is it's definitely got the mouthfeels though, man. Nice, smooth, thick mouthfeel. So like maybe that's what it's supposed to
There's
mean.
a
I
good
don't know.
throw.
Nice, smooth, creamy mouthfeel for
Very
him.
creamy.
Thick mouthfeel is what he
Pause.
described that as. A thick mouthfeel. Just a thick mouthfeel.
Which oh god, now I feel awkward because I meant to say it earlier that it was a dog, and I know Caesar's been in my mind lately, and especially because fucking Liverpool's gonna win the Prem, but
In the champions.
no, I don't know. I think our Gunners got that one. I think we might see this out if we go into Madrid tomorrow and take care. All we got to do is score one. That's all we need. Is if we get one, then they got to put in 5.
Mm-hmm.
And this defense, our goals average compared over 90 minutes is 0.86 goals in the Premier League. So like our defense is exceptional. We just can't score.
Moving on.
And hit me
I didn't do it. I didn't do
Hit me
it.
with- oh, yeah, well. Mr. Hockey over there.
It's
no, he feels
it's the beardless one.
Look at this smile in the corner.
the naked one.
It's
A's up
more
4-3.
devious without the beard.
It is much more devious. Let's see what you guys are drinking. Gabe says he's drinking an Imperial Perny Haze, an Imperial IPA, 9.1% ABV. Good Lord, Gabe, it's Tuesday.
Dude, Wicked Weed.
Jeez.
From Wicked Weed
Ooh,
Brewing.
Wicked Weed.
That place is awesome too, man.
He says that's a dog. Matt Barr also going crazy, sailing the high seas with Jefferson Ocean. 4 fingers, just enough to make you uncomfortable. Pause. Dog.
What is he pirating? Is the question.
The Jefferson Ocean bourbon, the bourbon.
Well, yeah, no, I know that, but I thought maybe he was pirating something while enjoying 4 fingers of Jefferson.
No, I think
That's
that
what I
was
thought.
wrong.
Is he
Sailing
pirating our
high
show?
seas.
I feel like if we start getting pirated, I feel like that's a sign we made it, right?
Made the dog.
Yeah.
Gabe rightfully pointing out, by the way, that Matt Barr is almost fisted.
Yes,
that drink.
very
Yeah, 4
close.
fingers.
But again, he had consent. I know that because he understands how important consent is.
Scott definitely pointing out, didn't Barr say he was driving 10 minutes ago? Which, and he did. 7:50. I guess it's been 14 minutes. We're good. 7:59. Driving home but watching. Good evening, y'all. He got home and immediately poured a 4-finger bourbon. That's a day.
I also love how that's what gets him called out, not the fact that he's like, "Hey, I am actively driving and watching."
Yeah,
Like, no big deal.
that's fine.
But when he pours a bourbon immediately upon getting home, that's where we draw the line. Like, come on, what's wrong with that? That's just American.
It's a very quick turnaround from car boom 4-finger pour.
Well, he didn't get home until much later. You got to keep to the schedule, man.
That's a good
If you're gonna
point.
get a buzz on before you go into sleep and not end up hungover, like
It
gotta
turned
get
into a sprint from a marathon. That's a fair point. I found this beer in the store today. I don't know the brewery. I don't know if it's RAR Brewing or RAR Brewing. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to confirm. But
did you buy this in this store or in the parking lot?
This was in the store in Cappy's, my local bottle shop that I frequent for show beers now. This one is 6.7% ABV. It is called Second Annual Chubbs Peterson Memorial Golf Tournament.
Hell yes.
You can't
Awesome.
see Chroma Keys
It has
out,
the
but
gator.
Chroma-
It's green. It has the gator.
the gator is missing an eye.
But you know what? If you rotate it right, you could still see the gator even as it chroma keys. It's actually kind of cool. Like
we could kind of see
you can see
it.
the eyeballs in there. Yeah.
But dude, this is look at how hazy This beer.
What kind of beer is it?
It's
Is it
an
IPA?
IPA, yeah.
That is
Wow.
6.7%. It's like chewing on this beer with. It's absolutely a dog. It's so good.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Is it effervescent though?
You know what? Effervescence and mouthfeel, little lacking.
It doesn't have that heavy, creamy mouth feeling.
Gabe, I can't remember what Cappies used to be
Was it
called.
Donna's?
It might have been. Yeah, that sounds right.
The place that we totally didn't buy tons of cases of beer underage on our way home from campus. Never happened.
Yeah, that's right next to Betta's, which
Donna's,
also
yep.
is not
All right,
there.
cool.
Now that's a dispensary. It's what a
Oh
time.
my God, what a beautiful world. What a genius idea. A dispensary right off campus. They make so much money.
Yeah.
Oh.
The line is normally pretty long.
R.I.P. Bettas, though.
Dude, that's where you need to take your
Nah,
boys to
screw
sell their
Bettas,
stuff
man.
for their school fundraisers.
What? I love Bettas.
Nah, screw them.
It was really
Why?
bad at that.
That owner. I'll tell you about it off air. I got
fair enough.
I got beef with the owner.
That's fair. And I love a good beef. I'm in. Fuck 'em.
Yeah. He did have it during the height of COVID. He was talking about how vaccines are stupid and we shouldn't have them, and then posted a video from his hospital bed when he got COVID about how he hopes he could come back and open the store again.
Well,
Wow.
natural selection is what they should have renamed Bettas.
It's such
Sarah
a,
White pointing out, definitely Donna's. A car ran into it once, which anyone who had gone there, that makes all the sense in the world.
Cappies, by the way, has $2.50 Miller Lights from 4 to 7 p.m. every day of the week. So if you ever want to just go
God.
pop in and get a couple Miller Lights, Cappies is where to go.
I might drive there
For
from
how
Blue
much is
Ash
that?
just to get that.
A 250 draft.
250
And
draft.
not like a it's like a 16-ounce Miller Light for 250.
I have been like, we'll call it $7
And how long is the
there and
window?
back.
4 to 7 every day of the week.
I mean, that's pretty large window too. That's
Why are we boycotting Miller Lite, Gabe?
because of the name,
Oh, that's not enough for.
but
for me
also
to
because it
boycott cheap
sucks.
beer. Yeah, but for 250,
All right, out of the
it's not even tree fitty. It's 250.
Out of the-
Oh no! I mean, yeah, I mean, I would totally drink it, but I mean, it's ass. I mean, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but if I've got $10 in my pocket and it's 4
Oh,
o'clock,
I'll go get foed up on some Miller Lite for that price. Are you kidding me? That's a great price. If Miller Lite was always that cheap, then it'd be the best. But they try to charge non-shitty beer prices.
at the store.
Yeah.
Let's start this show, boys, talking some baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
No, Cincy Light overall.
No.
Sorry. I'm not going to fund the UC NIL collective.
Wait a minute. What? Are you serious?
You didn't know that, Mook? That's what that beer is for.
I didn't know that either, but I've never purchased it, so
I
fine
will
with
never again buy it.
Yeah, that beer was literally created to fund the UC NIL fund. So every time you buy a Cincy Light, it is funding.
Oh no! Yeah, thank God I've never purchased it.
I mean, I bought like a 12-pack or so. I haven't gone crazy, but
Well, you
Never
helped
again.
them. Way to go, you
I
traitor.
won't even take it if it's free.
damn it.
I'm like, no, I'm good. I got water.
Not that I know that. Yeah, hell no. I'm not supporting
I
that
will
beer in
just-
any way,
for the
shape, or
record, I
form.
will still take it if it's free.
Nope.
Like,
Nope. Not even doing that. Because I want my friends and people around me to know, well, we probably shouldn't get the Cincy Light. Berlon doesn't want it, so we'll get something
Right.
else. Because I don't want them to buy it.
I got morals. I won't drive a Tesla either.
See, that's different though. This is so different. But Gabe pointing out that Xavier is dumb and hasn't created a beer. I bet we created like a rosary bead thing or something though. No, why would we send it to Xavier? Why don't we create a beer, say all the proceeds go to the Xavier NIL, and then we just pay like Mike and Scott's kids? Oh, and mine. I got a kid.
Wow. Oh, and mine. I've got a kid. I like that. Just remembering mid-show that you have a child. I have a child.
Did we hit the baseball drop? I don't know what happened.
You
I-
did.
We should probably do it again just to be safe.
Yeah, let's just go ahead. We're gonna reset here. Let's talk some baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
The
Scott-
irony that we reset baseball, by the way, just pointing that out.
Why is that ironic?
Because Backwards K last night kicked off with, "Can we just have a reset?"
Oh,
And they talk about baseball.
I like that. Well done. Scott, the World Baseball Classic is coming up here soon. Next season, we get the WBC. It is an event that you and I absolutely love. It makes springtime baseball so enjoyable. We have had many a night staying up late, watching the United States versus like Puerto Rico, texting each other about at-bats, going crazy, like lengthy Facebook posts about it. We love the World Baseball Classic. And they announced today that Aaron Judge is going to be the captain of Team USA. And I wanted to know how that made you feel. Like that fart gets dumped in your lap. And what is the first thing that goes through your mind?
That it's fitting as we descend into fascism, that this is the captain that is chosen. It's a good time. This is the first time, I've always been very pro-American in any competition. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm swinging dick if it says USA. I'm there. I'm supporting them. But, these days, that's not cool. So, this might be a good time to just, maybe not root as hard for an Aaron Judge-led American team. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
What?
I see the logic, though. Like, it makes sense.
I mean, I don't know if I can cheer on fascism. And that's what that jersey is going to represent. I don't know. I haven't decided. I haven't made it my choice. But they're making it tough. Just saying.
Mike Trout, who was the previous captain, when he was asked about what he
never a captain under a fascist regime. Let's note that. But go ahead, continue.
Say that again.
Never a captain under a fascist regime.
Fascist regime. Mike Trout was asked about Aaron Judge being named the captain, and he had a 3-word response. He said, "He should be." That one kind of hurt because Mike Trout is who I feel like should be captain of Team USA. He is like the greatest American baseball player in the history of baseball. Like he is, before Shohei Ohtani, he is who we talked about as like the greatest player ever to play the game. And then Shohei came along. We're like, oh, just kidding. He's number 2, right behind this guy, his teammate. So to have that be like the greatest player, and then it's Aaron Judge, the guy who has the American League home run record, it feels like such a drop off, and I hate it. And yes, Matt Barr, there's only one Captain America. David goddamn Wright. David Wright definitely earned some fans for Team USA. Mookie, how do you feel about all of this World Baseball Classic talk? Like, where does this register with you?
I didn't realize this was a big deal that we named a captain. Like, who gives a shit? Go play some games, go win some baseball games, and then I'll care. Also, am I the only one hearing feedback?
No, I heard that too.
Okay, I'm not tripping. Well, that's good.
There was an echo on your end. I don't know.
But at the same time, man, it'd be cool to be tripping right now. Because then this baseball talk would be really entertaining because this thing isn't happening for like 6 months, right?
Almost a year. Doesn't happen until next March.
Jesus, then who cares at all?
It's a big deal, Mook. They named
it is a big deal.
It is the time for Mike Trout to have a great month in response to this. Get injured, sit out 6 months, rehab, come back, and then like play for Team USA. This could be further away. We'll have played a World Cup by that point.
Look, I'm going to support Team USA because that's what I do, and I'm going to have to root for this bastard like I did Derek Jeter back in the day. But I'm not going to like myself about it at all. And it's going to particularly feel dirty because of the whole fascism angle. So I'll just say that this would be the least upset that I would be that we lost the WBC championship if it comes to be. Like this type of win, because I don't want to give credit to an Aaron Judge-led team because then I'd be like, oh, Aaron Judge led us back to... No, I don't want to do that. And, the whole fascism thing. So like I want us to win, but if we lose, I'm not going to be sad. How about that?
So I have a question here, and if you don't mind, we're going to talk a little Olympics here. still so good. How does this work in scheduling with the Summer Olympics? Because aren't they playing baseball in the Summer Olympics? Is there going to be a conflict, or
Did I not just say that it was next March and then the Summer Olympics are in, I don't know, summer? So about 4 months after the fact. So no, there won't be any overlap.
Summer baseball, but with these things though, how are you going to get the major league season in when you're going to have to take a break for the Olympics and WBC?
Major leaguers don't play in the Olympics. They don't.
Well, they are in this next one. In this next one, aren't they? Isn't that
so.
the thing? No, did we not give consent for that?
I don't think so.
No. Okay,
I'll check Chat GPT to be sure, but I don't think
but look, winning the WBC is the bigger one at this point. Like, I mean, that's baseball
more
is
about that than the gold medal.
Yeah, because I mean, baseball in the Olympics, it's like come and gone. Like this, it's now coming back, so it's not like one of those traditional.
Well, but we still need to win the medal count. So are we worried? I guess who would be the favorite then to win it?
I don't know. Again, first Olympics under fascism. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. We'll see.
I was going to say, well, as long as it's not Russia or China, but then you're right. Oh, if it's a fascist Olympics, then
yeah. I mean, if I was the IOC, but they're corrupt as shit too, so they don't care. But I'd be like,
that's what I meant to say. Speaking of,
hey, America, how about you stop being fascist, or we'll pull out.
Pause. Jinx.
there is rumblings that could happen. That we could lose the Olympics. That we could lose the World Cup. That we could lose.
I'm kind of here for it. We deserve it if it happens.
Pissed.
There's legit rumblings because like the rest of the world is like, y'all see what's going on over there? I don't.
Yes.
Can we send our athletes there? Like, I don't even know if we can send them there because they might.
Will they let them? Will they give them back, or will they just put them in, prison and then be like, hey, if you want to get,
maybe we should stay clear of that. It's highly likely that MLB players will participate in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, as baseball is returning to the Olympics program after being excluded in 2024. There's increasing support from MLB team owners, Scott. MLB is open to the idea. The commissioner has said that he's open to discussing how to make it happen. Obviously, the biggest logistical challenge is what do you do with the baseball season because it's smack dab in the middle of the baseball season. So
that's what I'm saying. How are you going to fit all this stuff in?
I mean, that World Baseball Classic is March. Again, that's March. That's spring training. Doesn't affect the season at all. We'll be done before the season starts. Then the baseball season starts. And also, pretty sure the World Baseball Classic and the Olympics are on different cycles. So
they're just going to overwrite spring training with the World Baseball Classic.
Yes, that's what's always happened. But it doesn't, spring training still happens. Like the World Baseball Classic is also happening.
Like Mookie, it's not entire teams of guys. It's like a handful of guys. It's like 25 guys out of all of the major leagues that goes to the World Baseball Classic and represents Team USA, right? Like it's, although you do have some
other countries too. I mean,
yeah, that's true. You do get your, as Caesar said, your Capicola Italians.
Really, I mean, for outside of the Latin American, outside of the Latin speaking countries,
Japan.
It's like the rest of the teams are and Korea and Japan because they've got their own teams and are able to fill them up too. But the miscellaneous teams, those are the teams where it's like you get the players, the American born players that are like, well, my mom was this, so I'm playing for this team.
I'm playing
or my grandpa was this, so I'm eligible to play for this team.
One time we played against a Jewish college when I was playing in college, so I'm playing for the
Israel, because Israel had a baseball team. I don't know if they I don't know if they qualified.
Well, how do you qualify for WBC?
Just like anything, they have qualifiers. What the hell are you talking about?
Really? When?
This comment is really
over the last 6 sports. Over the last 6 months.
Can we rename this show to Craft Brewed Teaching Mookie About Sports?
I mean, to be fair, I feel like it's mostly just teaching me about baseball, the actual sport, not just how to bet on it. By the way, A's up 5-3, top of the third.
All right, let's talk about your exciting Jewish college baseball story.
Oh my goodness.
You have been texting me about this like since it happened. So excited to talk. Can we do this on the show? We should talk about this one on the show.
We should talk about this on the show.
Like it was like 4 or 5 times that Mookie was like, "Hey, just in case we need something, here's this story." So set the stage for us, Mookie. What happened with these 2 epic losing streaks colliding?
And how much money did you make?
None, because I found out about it after the fact. But it was 2, I don't know what division or league they play in, but 2.
Solid start to the story.
Yeah, right.
So 2 teams. I don't know who they are.
One was definitely an Orthodox Jewish college, and then the other one I believe was as well. But they both were on epic losing streaks. One had lost 99 games in a row, and one had lost 42 games in a row. The one that lost 42, the last time they won, they beat the 99 game in a row losing team. Like, so there's all these kinds of things. Scott chiming in saying he's pretty sure they're D3. Like, it ended up being a fantastic sporting event because they played a doubleheader. So they played 2 7-inning games. The team with the 42 game losing streak won the first one in epic comeback fashion when the 99 game losing streak team hit a batter to walk in the losing run. So then that 99 goes to 100 and 42 that's to 0. In the nightcap, like literally the nightcap, because they were playing at a field that had no lights because their fields were both trash. So they had to go to a neutral site for these 2 games. And they're fighting against darkness, trying to squeeze this game in so it doesn't get canceled, which is when the 100 game losing streak finally wins a game and pulls it out in epic fashion. And I just have so many questions. I want like a 12-part documentary series on this because I cannot understand the psychology of a team who has lost 100 times. How do they still run out on that field? They had 2 players.
For the game, Mookie. For the love of the game.
But that's the other part. They showed video highlights and they suck. They were so bad.
Well, I mean, they have to suck if the one streak was lost. They continued. They hit 100 by hitting a batter to walk and a run to end the game in comeback fashion. Like that, that team sucked.
They lost 47 games by 20 runs or more.
Jesus,
47 times in 3 years. Like at some point,
also,
as a university,
how do you recruit anybody to that school? It's like, hey, you're gonna be the one that helps us break the streak. Oops, lied. Hey kid, you're gonna be the one that helps us break the streak. Like, how many years did this streak go on? Because 100 games, college they play what? Okay, I was gonna say around 30 games. So. Jesus, man!
They had 2 players on the roster who had.
They almost went through an entire. They almost went through an entire cycle of kids who never saw a win in 40 years of college baseball. Yeah. That's insane.
And it's just.
I can't imagine walking off the field that many times a loser. Like, did they even know? Did they even know how to do like the high five line at the end? They're like, hey, I've never done this in college. Like, how does this work? Like, how do we? Like, they're out there fumbling around, like hitting elbows and shit. Like. It's just us guys. The last time we did this, all of us were in high school, and the coaches are yelling at us to line up. But we're in college now, so we high five each other. Like, how do we do this line? Like, how does this work?
Scott, you got him doing the high five line at the end of it because if I was part of a team.
Yeah, I know. They're celebrating like they won the goddamn World Series. So there's dog pile.
Yeah, we're jumping on the pitcher. We just won the whole damn thing, baby. And I'm pumped the entire
And then the other team's like, act like you've been there.
Yeah, because they just won their first game.
Right, exactly. They're like, come on, this is a Bush League celebration on our field, like you guys just won the World Series or something.
It was a neutral field.
Oh, jeez.
Play at home. But it's funny because you watch the footage and I tell you, man, Disney couldn't write
This is the most
the highlights were rough.
He's watched in years.
The game, yeah, it's true. All through Instagram reels and unfortunately Twitter videos. But the 100 game win, they broke their streak on a drop third strike throw to first. So again,
because of course.
Of course, that's how it happened.
Both games ended on ridiculous ways for games to end.
So, but they throw it to first, and the guy catches it, and then they all just kind of stand there. and like nothing happens for like a good 5-10 seconds, and then they all kind of run to the mound, and you see them start to kind of like hug and like slap hands or whatever. But there was this long, uncomfortable pause of like, oh shit, wait a minute, I have a kid. Like it was one of those moments.
Can we just stop for a second and put a pause on this one, because Mookie is more invested in this story than I have ever heard him invested in a baseball
Seriously.
story in the history of this show, in the history of knowing him. I've never seen him this invested in a baseball story. He does not know either team's name.
I
couldn't name it at all, because he just kept saying the 100-loss team and the 42-loss team, and that and then the 100-loss team was like that entire story. He went, and I don't know if he was just afraid of saying Yeshiva.
Yes, absolutely that. It was exactly that, because I knew it, and I was going to go Yeshiva, and I was like, no, I don't feel like that's right. And then the other one,
Lehman College was the other one, right?
Yes, thank you. And so I was like, because then they have like the team names too. I was like, oh, those are cool, but they were a little.
You couldn't be that into this story and not know the team names, because I was dying every time you would. And then the 100-loss team, they did this thing, and then the 42-loss team, they did like the whole setup was that all because you were afraid of Yeshiva. I like it.
Yeshiva, which is the Orthodox. Okay, there's the Bronx Lehman, but Yeshiva is the Yemen, which is just amazing. And then, or no, I'm sorry, Lehman is, oh, maybe it's not Yemen, it's just Lehman. Yeah, I got scared. It happens.
Matt Barr said you were going to Shiva blast the pod. You were going to hit us with
yes, absolutely, Yeshiva blast.
You are correct. I think your one detail got buried there, but on Yeshiva's team, only 2 players had experienced a win.
Yeah.
Nobody else on the team experienced a win during that 100-game losing streak. And then on the other side of it, on Lehman's team, their coach was a player for Lehman when they won the game against Yeshiva that then kicked off their 42-game losing streak. So they have dumpster fires of programs is what this is. This is proof that you can get a college education playing baseball somewhere in the country. There are enough programs that you can find a way somewhere.
If you're an Orthodox Jew. Like there is that detail to it.
Converted.
Look, George Costanza pulled it off, so I mean that means it's achievable, but they've got some tight rules. The other part, I mean, there's so many layers. This was the first time Yeshiva. This is the first time the 100-loss team. See, I can pronounce those words. I know those words. This is the first time that Yeshiva has beaten Lehman, which makes them now 1-18 against Lehman. In the previous 17 games that they all lost, Yeshiva gave up an average of 15.3 runs a game and only scored 3.76. Like, I can't imagine losing 17 games where we got
wait a
beat
minute,
by
wait
12.
a minute. It's just now like kind of dawning on me. Why didn't they play each other for like this longest time?
No, they did. They've played 17 times during the losing streak.
So then how were the streaks not ended along?
Because it's only been like the 42-game streak is basically like one season in between. So maybe there was something that happened that they didn't play that singular season, but there was like bookended.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like there was this large gap of when they played each other, and I'm like, wait a minute, why is the gap so large? Like,
so Lehman's lost 42 since 2023.
Why are you dig into this? Just appreciate.
No, I mean I am. It's just like once you dig a little further, I'm like, wait a minute, like how far apart? Like they didn't play each other for 40-some games. Like to be honest with you, I was actually waiting for you to tell me that these two were so shitty that they actually had played, but they had somehow like tied, or the game didn't count, or some shit like that. Like yeah, just something absurd to where it's like, well, the streak kept going because of this, even though they played each other. I'm like, it's that would have sounded realistic the way these games ended.
It's like the way that Ohio State always beats Notre Dame, and it's like, yeah, they've had our note for like 5 years now, but they've only beat us 3 times. So at any point, we could break that streak and flip things around. You just don't see that team that often that you would have that shot. But man, and like the other part is these guys, they've got all decked up in all the gear, like you see the travel baseball memes and all that crap where like they're trying their best to look athletic. And it's just, the determination on these kids is so impressive.
I want to ask you guys a question about this. So let's say you're a player on Yeshiva's roster. You have lost 99 straight games and you're going into this doubleheader against Lehman, a team that also has a long losing streak. If you're a player, do you want to get to 100 just to be able to say we lost 100 straight games? Or do you want to break that streak at 99 and be like, we didn't get to 100? Like,
I don't want to be part of the 100 one. That's I gotta say 99. I would
100.
Yeah.
99 you're okay with, but 100 you're like,
I don't want to be. I don't want to be part of that. Like you're like, oh, okay, it's a record, but also it's like, yeah, this was the 100 loss team, like 100 losses in a row, and like you're immortalized, but for a shitty reason.
Dude, I would have quit so long ago. I wouldn't have been close. Like, really, it would not even be a question. But like, shit, we've lost 5. Man, where's that portal at? Like, let me see what's out there.
Mookie's hopping in the trail
5
after a 5-game skid.
We done lost 5 straight. I didn't come here for this shit. What did you come here for? It's D3 baseball, and we've lost 30 straight. Well, it wasn't to continue this streak. I'll tell you that much. I'm out.
Why did you come to this Orthodox Jewish college in the Bronx?
Because the Passover dinner is the fucking shit. That's why.
Wow. L'chaim.
I think I just found another Mookie line for the new intro that's coming out here soon. That's golden. Matt Barr in the comments saying, speaking of George Costanza, the A's named Jason Alexander, and on the broadcast you can hear a fan yell "Serenity" now. Man, guys, the A's, what a trash heap that organization is. Like, I can't get over how awful it is that we live in a world where a team can be that dysfunctional. The A's this weekend were playing against the Mets, and Jose Siri got hurt and needed to be taken to the clubhouse. Now, remember, we're in a AAA facility, so this isn't like a normal facility where, you just go down through the tunnel and it connects to the clubhouse. This is AAA, so they have to send a golf cart to the dugout to pick up Siri and take him to the clubhouse. The golf cart broke down. Injury cart broke down. They had to send another one out to pick him up, and then the grounds crew had to push the cart back in. The game was like slightly delayed. Guys, look at these fools trying to get this into the gate. Like, they struggled to get it up the hill. The security guard just sat there and watched them fumble around. There was like a nice job. Austin Powers moment where they were trying to turn the steering wheel so that it would angle in correctly. It is
pivot.
It's unbelievable how poor of an operation this is. And guys, I think I know what we need to do for the remainder of the season. Like, we talked about the White Sox and their terrible tarp job in that rainstorm. Now we've got the A's with their shed that they're doing
their she shed.
Yeah, their she shed that they do the media availability in, and their cart breaking down. We need to keep tabs on the brokest franchise in MLB, like in terms of dumb stuff like this, like getting a golf cart stuck. Like, so far the A's are looking like they're going to run away with it this year. Scott, imagine, we talked about it a little bit before. Imagine making it to the bigs.
Dude, I'm telling you, this would be so disheartening. Disheartening. Again, you struggle, you do all the sacrifices, you work your ass off, you finally make it to the bigs, and you're still in this minor league franchise, in this minor league ass stadium, and these minor league ass problems. Like, I can imagine that the A's still treat the players to like the minor league ass spread too. It's like, oh, cold cuts and shit, right? Because it's minor leagues, and they don't get the lobster and the beef and the chicken like the big leaguers do. So like the A's, they're for sure trying to save money. So they like minor league spread for this minor league park. oh God, that would suck to make it to the bigs and be dealing with that bullshit. Seriously. I mean, I know the initial thing is, wow, I made it to the bigs and nobody can take this from me. But also, did I really make it to the bigs if I played for the A's especially in this current environment? Like, there are guys that will make it to the bigs this season and never play in a major league game again. And we'll be like, yeah, this was my experience in the bigs, playing in a fucking minor league stadium. And that's it. That's all I ever got to do. It was cool. And I spent the rest of my career in a stadium just like it.
Or, Scott, they get to tell everyone the story about how they played for the team that was run by the dad from Everybody Hates Chris. And they get to turn it into like a sitcom.
I still want the ALCS to be played between here and Tampa, so we get 2 minor league stadiums in a series that decides who goes to the World Series.
I didn't even think about that. Tampa could theoretically
yes
the ALCS and have to host teams in a AAA stadium.
And then if the A's were there, that's what I'm saying. When we talked about this, I brought this up. I was like, they can't meet in the World Series. But GD, I need an A's Rays American League Championship Series. Winner goes to the World Series and also plays their home games in this shit stadium in the World Series.
There's no
these
way.
Two
There's
minor
no way
league stadiums,
happen, though, right?
I don't know. They don't.
You don't think they move it somewhere?
I don't know, because they've never had to think about it and they didn't plan for this. And they're not sitting there thinking, like, there's no contingency. Like, hey, what if this happens? Because they're thinking, there's no chance that the A's. But what if, man? What if the A's and
what,
Rays,
Scott? I figured out.
We're
Mike,
playing for the World Series. Like, could you imagine the coverage of these games in these minor league stadiums? And then it's like, all right, congratulations. This winner goes on to the World Series. Will they be playing this major league franchise? And they have to come here to this 5,000 seat stadium. The World Series, man.
Guys,
the Dodgers on one side with Ice Cube walking out and like rapping in the outfield. And then the next game, you're
in Sacramento,
the New York Yankees spring training facility.
No, because if you had the Dodgers, I would totally want it to be the A's. It would be from the Sacramento. Yeah, well, because in the inverse for the other one would be like the Mets. The Mets, the bright lights of New York, even if it's in Queens and that shit part of New York, all the way down to Tampa in this minor league stadium. That also is the home to the rival Mets. I can't imagine that storyline. Like, oh, dude, we need this. We need this to happen. How great would that be? Also, I just advocated for the Mets making the World Series. I'm sorry, I don't want that to happen. That's a nightmare scenario. Let's not go there. So, this man. Yes, boo me. I'm sorry, but some other team without the similar storyline, but not the Mets.
Mookie, you were trying to get in there. I'm sorry.
This is why I'm gonna hit it right now, and this is why this is never gonna happen. Because there's no music to this clip, right? Boo 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 boo. Whatever the hell the thing is. Can't find the music, so that's fine. We'll here we got.
I want everybody to know that in his mind, this song goes boo 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 boo.
I mean, that's kind of what it is. This is why Major League Baseball has been so slow to adopt robot umpires. Because when you have the human element, you can control the outcome without a paper trail. If you had robot umps that were calling balls and strikes and things like that, even if you had to configure them or tweak them to kind of favor the one team, there's going to be a digital trail that can expose you messing with the game. But if you go down and you tell Joe West, I better not see a W for the A's tonight, so help me God, there's no way anyone can prove that that's what was afoot, even if he makes a god-awful call in a critical situation where, shocker, there's no review to be able to reverse that call. That's how Major League Baseball is able to get away with this shit, like having these teams in minor league ballparks. They know they have the control still because they've refused to let the robot overlords win.
Mook, I'm not going to lie. When you started talking, I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I'm fully bought into this conspiracy theory. The only reason why we don't have the ABS system in Major League is so that they can still control who makes it out of the playoffs. I'm actually on board with this.
Right? Like, you can't prove anything. Like, it's the whole thing where it's like, hey, let me call you and say it. And if as long as our line isn't bugged, there's no paper trail. The minute you text someone, you're fucked.
Get him on the burner, hit him up on that,
Right?
hit him up on the
Exactly.
chirp, and tell him that he needs to. By the way, Scott, Matt Barr saying, I'm smiling ear to ear.
Yeah, I saw his fucking
Guys, we talked a lot about minor league teams there, or at least minor league stadiums. And I want to talk about another minor league team because we had an alternate identity that was revealed last week and then quickly gotten rid of. Immediately pulled the plug on it. And Scott, this was one that as soon as it made it in, you were all in. Sacramento, funny enough, Sacramento rebranded or said they were going to rebrand for 5 games next year as the Sacramento Gold Diggers. And the icon is
enunciated.
Yes. There's a hard R. I'm saying a hard R. I'm sorry. I can't help it. That I read what's written. The icon, the logo is a miner where the flashlight is actually the flashlight on his helmet is actually a baseball. The pickaxe is a baseball bat with the axe on it. He's got a gold tooth and he's winking.
The wink, I can just hear the wink. Like,
yeah, dude.
He's basically telling you we're the Gold Diggers. Get it? You get it? You get where we're going with there? Scott, you were all on board with this logo when it was first announced.
I love everything about it because we don't get to see, like, you know, when it comes with these alternate branding or whatever, like our group chat is very, you know, we talk about it on the show. We do the dumpster fire, and you guys get a little taste of it, but it's like we get to go into detail, and it's like the details are what matter when it comes down to these alternate identities, because it's like, okay, you have the main logo and whatnot, but then what goes on the hat? What's kind of like the secondary logo? Do they incorporate baseballs into it somehow? Or, you know, is it food that has a face? Like, you know, all these things.
Does that salad look like a cheese salad?
Right. I mean,
cheese salad. That's where that one started.
But this one just hit from so many different angles, and I mean, come on. Gold Diggers, like it's right there, like it's right there. But then, like, are you gonna tell the rest of it? Like why they backpedaled? Like,
see, this was my favorite part about all this,
because it's not why you would think. Like, no. I would think that it had some racial component to it, because when I saw it, I'm just like, when you first see the logo, it's like, well, you know, the gold tooth. You know, I know that the mascot is white, but I mean, Gold Diggers, it's very close. We got a hard R. But go on, Mike. Tell them why they pulled back on this persona.
Immediately pulled because they got tons of backlash. A reporter wrote a story almost immediately after this was announced, talking about how Gold Digger is a term genuinely used to go against the female sex, and that it's extremely misogynistic.
Oh, now hold on a minute there. Why is it only a female allowed to be a gold digger?
They never call a guy a gold digger. They only call.
I mean, I tried, I didn't succeed, but does that mean I'm not able to be a gold digger?
I don't know what to do with that. Thank you for that, Mook. Just
wow. Anyways,
I don't know where to go from there. So
I swung my axe a lot and never hit a nugget, but that doesn't make me not a gold digger, right?
The story then blew up. A lot of backlash about the misogynistic name, which we were all shocked, because when you guys are like me, when you hear Gold Digger, the first thing that pops into your head is Kanye West. Like, that's the first thing I think of, right, Scott? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much took the phrase and ran with it.
And it had nothing to do with that. It was literally just misogyny based, that they were like, okay, we're out. And what's crazy about this, guys, is you don't make this announcement if you're not ready to go through with it this year. Like, this isn't like hey, we're going to do this at some point. There are jerseys that are made. There are hats that are made, ready to be sold as soon as you make this announcement. So somewhere in Sacramento, there is a warehouse full of Gold Digger merchandise.
Dude, I need all of it.
Fine.
Dude, I want a hoodie with this logo and this just I want it so badly. Like this is everything about this is so dope.
Well, wait, why don't we just put it on the shop?
I don't think. I think just because they're not.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still copywritten. Like they still have the,
Well,
the
yeah,
logo
but if we put the little
trademarked
TM
and
on there, we're
everything.
covered, aren't we?
No, that's not how that
But
works.
that's not how that works.
Hey, yo, it's cool. I put TM on it. Like what?
Can I
You
give
can
myself
plagiarize
this one,
as
though?
long as you slap a TM on it. You're good.
I mean, I said no offense, right? I let off with no disrespect, but
Oh my god.
you know what?
He's out
Fuck it,
here.
I'm taking it.
Gave himself the red bear horn.
The NFL shield on a shirt and just putting the TM on there and be like, no, it's cool. What? What? Oh, you want money for this? No, I gave you your TM. That's yours.
Yeah, you can't prove that I didn't get this from your distributor. Like, you can't prove that.
Also, I said that they should go with a alternate Diggers, a Diggers persona. Then they could distance themselves from this sexist perception, right? They'll be like, well, clearly we weren't talking about, the females who are going after men's money. We're the Diggers. Like we wouldn't be like those Diggers. That's a very Digger thing to do.
What if it
We are now the Diggers. So like
a female minor instead?
be my digger,
Oh, but
not
see,
my
you can't
digger.
consent then, so that would be. Like,
Be my digger.
What a reference. That's such a deep cut. Do you know what movie that's from? Can you name that movie?
what?
Oh, look at him stall! Look at him stall!
No, I have zero idea.
Not.
Be my digger.
Not Be My Digger.
Yeah, no, be my digger, not my digger.
Oh, dude.
It's my absolute favorite part of that movie.
It's
Like
such
I,
mean,
that scene is just I will watch it over and over again.
What
It
is
makes
it?
me laugh like I've seen it the first time every time.
it's 40-year-old virgin movie.
And I don't even like Kevin Hart. Like,
Oh,
but
Jesus.
I think that's
Yeah.
honest to God, I think that's the funniest thing Kevin Hart's ever done.
It's so good. It's such a good scene, and it's such a throwaway scene too. And that line in
It is.
particular-
That's why it's such a great scene, because it's easily forgettable in that movie. I actually think that movie's a little bit too long, like for a comedy.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
It is.
They drag it
very
out
long.
because you know where it's gonna go. You know where that plane's gonna land. Just
Right,
put
but
it
like,
on the runway,
but like
bro.
this scene, which really has nothing to do with the main plot, totally could have been taken out. I'm so glad that it's in. Like I said, it's like my favorite scene of the movie. It has nothing to do with the main plot whatsoever.
All right, well, I'm gonna watch that after the show now because it just has to happen.
It's so good.
I mean, I feel like why not?
Why not? The
Wait,
story-
so they fold. So there was no actual Kanye West lawsuit.
No,
Oh,
no.
see, that's weak. Then, yeah. How did?
It was literally like they just folded because of the whole idea that like somebody latched onto like, oh, like it's a misogynistic term to like call somebody a gold digger, and since they, I guess, were kind of not like,
Do they not focus group this shit ever in these situations? Like, I just don't
apparently
understand.
not.
You couldn't just
No,
go outside
because-
on the street and ask like 20 people this and get some kind of like indication that, hey, maybe not a great idea.
Look, it's AAA. Like they literally have like kids out of college that they sat down in the room and they were like, we're trying to come up with some alternate identities. What do you guys got? And the kids wrote out a list and they just went through and were like, ha, gold diggers. That's kind of funny. Let's roll with that. And then
Okay, well, that's cute. Then, yeah,
Like,
no
it's
one's
not-
really losing their career. They just like learned to
Again,
do nothing.
I need a hoodie with this logo.
Yeah, for
I
real
mean,
though.
to circle back to that, like,
So,
it's
but
just
if
like-
they're not,
But
if
God,
they're not
look, if
using it,
if
is there
it
still a
is-
trademark on
yes,
it?
there's still a trademark.
Ah, it's some bullshit. What do you think it would cost for us to license it from them?
too much.
Like
More
$5?
than they-
They're not using
Yeah, I was
it.
gonna say more than I want to pay. Like, yeah.
Exactly. They're not using it. They can't make any money off of merch. So now all they could make money off of is license.
So, but if you're not actively using the trademark, doesn't that rule it void, or is there like a time frame? Dude,
Well, what happens? What happens to all the merch that's already been
shit.
made? Like
that's what I
we
wanna
joke
know.
about the Africa thing, but like they're not just gonna ditch all
Right.
their merchandise.
You
right?
try to go to the site now and try to buy Gold Digger merch, which it was up there because when they do these alternate identities,
Yes, they
you're
immediately
ready
put
to
it
buy
out.
hats and
Yeah.
jerseys and shirts right away. So it was up there. Now those pages are all 404'd. You can't get to them. But that means, that's what I'm saying. There is a warehouse somewhere in Sacramento.
Except
boxes and boxes of Gold Digger merch, and I want all of it. I want
I
it.
hate,
We need a
I hate
heist,
to hit
guys.
you with
We
2
need a heist.
conspiracies in one night, but what if?
Oh boy, hold on, Mook. Hold on. Sit
I
tight.
know.
Because
I
we
know.
got
No, hold on. He can sing it again.
Yeah.
Go.
Boo, 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 doo, boo,
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 boo, boo, boo, boo, boo, boo, boo, boo, boo.
What if, because the timing of this kind of lines up, because that was my favorite part, is watching it unfold live, is what if they were all ready to do it? They got the backlash. They expected the backlash. Oh, okay. That was weird for a second. What if what really happened was, Mike, yes, they are all in a warehouse, and that warehouse is in fucking China. And they can't afford to bring that shit across now because the tariffs are in play. And they're like, you mean you want me to pay how much for this AAA hoodie? I can't sell this thing for $95 fucking dollars. You know what? It's canceled. Cancel it all. We'll take the PR hit. We can spin it and get some publicity. But maybe is that why they folded? Because they do have a warehouse of it stuck somewhere that they just can't even afford to import.
0 for 2 on the conspiracy theories.
Oh, bullshit. 1 for 2. 1 for 2. Come on.
I'll give you 1 for 2. But
Come
that
on.
one,
Yeah, this
that
one was
one
weak.
That one was a stretch. And yes, Gabe saying it's not Africa anymore. It goes to Ukraine, Scott. That's what.
Oh yeah, they don't even want those DEI like donations.
What's up, Jenny? I hate you and your team because you got Gazdag.
Let's do this real quick. Let's.
I'd just like to say also, if you want a conspiracy for, I got one for you. I don't need the music. I'll just say that Aaron Judge has announced. Stop. That Aaron Judge has announced team captain the same week as this logo was pulled. This logo has better teeth than Aaron Judge. Okay, moving on.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Got him.
take that, Aaron Judge.
See, Scott, you're gonna low key.
I got you, El Capitan.
Because you're gonna take so many shots. You're just gonna get great material out of it, and any stumble he makes, you're gonna be all over.
Oh no, Mookie's dead. Oh, he's back.
Why would
He's
happen?
dead.
I
I know
died?
you froze for a second.
You didn't freeze for me. I think that's on your end, Scott.
Ah, fuck! I was hoping it wasn't. Damn it!
That goddamn Starlink
Damn, I was
internet over
ready
there,
to,
Scott.
I was ready to just hit you with a fucked up grill. 'Cause it's gonna be Scott. WB.
Well, get the Cowboys picture ready to put up for me when I get on it and when my video goes out.
Hey, well, your video better not go out, Scott, because we're doing that hockey. You're the hockey expert, and I switched to this because Jenny was in the comments and was talking about the Blue Jackets. Did you see what happened to the Blue Jacket?
I missed it. I was focused on baseball this weekend. Did you hear that Aaron Judge is
Seriously?
captain of Team USA?
This was the weekend where the majority of the playoff slots were clinched, and you're like, we'll watch meaningless game 15 in a 162 game season.
Okay. Easy on
That's
that.
Exactly what I did.
You can't win the division in April, Mook, but you can lose it. So you
Amen.
gotta
Amen.
in April. This is why when you waste a Hunter Green start, you get a little nervous.
Also, the Braves only made the playoffs by one game last year. Played an extra game to make sure they were in. So these games count, motherfucker.
They all matter. They all matter. Every single one of them matters. You don't think it matters now when you're like, oh, we lost. Oh well.
You guys are going to make me drink so much more on Tuesdays now this summer. It's going to be brutal.
Maybe it'll help you remember you have a kid.
I have a child.
I mean, what am I doing for him? I can't make milk. Like,
no need to remember him if you can't.
Yeah,
provide.
exactly. Like, I'm just around to manage the dogs, take the trash out, feed mom.
By the way, Mookie had said him and his wife were going to go golfing with us at some point. I guess he forgot that his wife is like breastfeeding, and that's going to be very difficult to golf while that's necessary for the baby. Like,
What are you talking about? You just feed him between tee shot and approach shot.
He's got it all figured out, folks.
Yeah, or maybe she skips a hole, like BF fucking D, right?
BF fucking
Here's the thing, too. This was not my idea whatsoever. Like, she was the one who suggested this. I made a comment and made a joke. It's like, oh yeah, you can come with us in reality. She's like, yeah, that'd work out. I was like, wait, what? Really? Okay, cool.
Nice. Scott, the Blue Jackets had an incident this week where a dude got called for a 10-minute misconduct penalty. And the ref comes over to him and says, hey, you got a 10-minute misconduct. And he smiles at the ref and then just stays on the ice. And then nobody on the Blue Jackets noticed it. And then eventually the ref calls another penalty for an illegal player on the ice because he was supposed to be in the penalty box. And everybody was laughing. Apparently the player doesn't speak English. So he had no idea what the He hit him with the smile and nod, I love it. Thumbs up, and then just went back to work.
My advice, number one no-hit show.
And Jenny coming in saying, the ref didn't announce it, so no one knew, except that you don't just casually accidentally pick up a 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah, there's
you do something where you're probably punching someone in the face with your bare fist that precedes that. So homie probably should have figured it out, because again, anyone coming from a European or the KHL, fighting over there is not what it is over here. It's not part of the game. So you should know that if you're throwing gloves, there's going to be some consequences.
Scott,
but it's the Blue Jackets. You'd love to see it because, oh no, sorry, that was Tortorella in New York that was trying to fight his players.
This is why you're not the hockey expert, Mook. This is why Scott's the hockey expert. Scott, this was a big weekend determining playoff seeding and positioning.
Which, before you get to specifics, Mike, let me give a more broad question to Scott. How do you feel that this year's playoff qualification speaks about the status of the original 6 teams?
He said status.
I sure did. I don't know what happened there. I think I had a
status.
Status. I don't know how I'm gonna get past that. I gotta be honest. Status. That's worse than caramel.
How do you feel about the health of the original 6 clubs given their position for the postseason?
Didn't Detroit fuck it up? So aren't they one of the originals?
They are original 6 team, yeah.
Yeah,
and they also missed the playoffs.
Yeah, so what are we worried about the health if one of them bastards didn't even make it? Colorado made it. Who cares?
Yes, they did. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what are we talking about?
Well, Colorado was not one of the original 6.
I'm very well aware. I said, who cares? Colorado made it. Everything after that doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, there's not even the original. How many of the original 6 even made it? I don't see any of the original 6 having made it. What? Dallas was Dallas not?
You're right. This is the first time in NHL history that all of the original 6 teams have missed the playoffs.
That's kind of wild, actually.
Yeah.
That
really might say unprecedented.
It really speaks to the status of those original.
So are we rooting for Canada because fascism? I feel like the cup's got to go back to the Canada A, right?
You did say you're pulling for Canada this time.
Yeah, around. I feel like we deserve. We should give. Yeah, I feel like we should give them a cup back, for the fans, just as an apology gesture, just to show them we Americans don't approve of what's happening. So here's your cup back. The majority of us didn't sign off on this bullshit. The vocal idiots did, but the normal people didn't. Here's your cup back. I feel like it's a
scared.
kind
I'm
gesture.
scared because the teams are generally made up of non-Americans that play like for American teams, right? So my worry here is that it's an American team versus a Canadian team, and the American team loses, and then all of those players get deported for not winning for America and aren't allowed back. So now I'm worried for them.
Deported or just disappeared?
Well, either way, they're not playing for Team
Toronto at this
USA.
point, right?
So,
That's
yeah.
it's the same thing, and from what I've seen.
Well, I just think because if they got deported, maybe they just get sent back to Canada. That'd be like a best case scenario. But yeah, I mean, here for crimes against imagination, I definitely think that they'd be sent to the gulag.
I'm worried. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm kind of with you on this. Get Canada the cup back. Let's try to restore order and reset. Push the reset button.
A peace offering.
But
yeah, I worry about the lives of the American.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Mookie, you had a game you wanted to play with Scott tonight.
I did with our hockey expert. I think this is going to be a good one. It's really going to test your knowledge, Scott, and it's pretty simple too at the same time. And all you got to do is name the NHL club based upon the picture. Okay. So we're going to walk through a series of these. So what NHL club is this?
The Stars.
Wow. All right. Confident. Good start. Very good.
Answer.
Very good.
The Senators.
Oh man, that was quick. This is he's showing up strong here.
I know my hockey.
He does.
The Predators. No, I think I got this right. There's an American flag there. They're most likely shooting at Native Americans, so I believe that this is the Predators. Next picture.
Not quite.
Again, take a look. What color are their coats?
The Blue Jackets.
Tank.
No. I'm going with my original one. These are the Predators, guys. The Predators.
I feel like if they were the Predators, you'd know it, right? You really
and that's whoa! What the fuck is this?
That's an unfortunate segue there.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
So uncomfortable.
On Jackie Robinson Day, we're gonna put this photo up. Okay. All right.
I just want to hold on. Time out from the game. I just want to go on record. This is Mookie's game.
Yeah, I know that.
You're the one clicking the button and moving through the slides.
I'm going through the slideshow. That's all.
No one asked you to click. No one said slide. You jumped the gun. You did
going
it.
Through the slideshow. Clicking the buttons. This pops up.
Which NHL club is this?
Which team is this?
Well, you know what? Just like the last one was the Predators, despite what you tried to tell me, this one has to be the Panthers because clearly.
Wait, why? You're wrong.
Like,
why?
The black guy, the Panthers. Okay, fine then. Okay, fine. This is the Golden Knights.
What might he be playing? What kind of tune do you think he'd be playing on the guitar?
I mean, looking at his face, he just got assaulted by the Predators from the last photo, so he's probably singing the blues.
Hey, all right, there you go. The St. Louis Blues.
I think this game is going better than you anticipated because I'm playing it in a way that you didn't expect. So the Predators and the Panthers for the last two. Go ahead. Oh wow. Geez. The complete sellout to the left. The only one who has any sense in the middle.
Expected.
Wow. Yeah. Really. I did not know that. God, what are these idiots called? I don't even fucking know what the name of that show is. Jesus.
Help me if you know the name of that show.
It's a tank.
The Shark Tank. Oh, so this is the Sharks.
Hey, all right, got him there.
Next one.
Oh God. That's no team. That's just a funny. That's got to be the Red Wings.
Mookie is so proud of himself.
That's got to be the Red Wings. But also, if I didn't know what that picture was of, then the joke is completely lost. Like, that only works if you know who that is. Like, that's fucking. So I'm guessing, despite the fact that I said the other one was the Predators, that this is indeed the Predators.
This is indeed the Nashville Predators. Absolutely, Scott.
I feel like the Predators showed up twice. That's all I'll say.
Hey,
good. You know what? That was a pretty good game, Mookie. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. That wasn't bad.
Just like all glory be to God, all glory be to my wife Jenna. Shout out to Jenna Bear.
That was good.
Y'all got to do this.
That was good.
It was well done, Mook. Look, I got scared. There were a couple of times
it got dicey. It got a little dicey.
Flipping through and seeing that Blues image pop up.
Now, to be fair,
that was the one.
This is it. We almost made it to 9 years, just a bit shy.
Which I guess I probably should have thrown at least one of these.
Race card.
But to be fair, the IG that Jenna pulled it from, that's what they used. And then when I Googled Blues player image in Google, that was the top search result. So I'm like, this ain't on me, man. This ain't on me. Someone tagged him and they just right.
When I think of Blues, I think of harmonica, right? Like, I feel like you would have gotten somebody better. Also, you could have gone like Blues.
BB King. I was just thinking BB King. Yeah, like, it would have gotten immediately.
See, that's what you want to. You don't want it to be too obvious. You just need a little bit of deception, a little bit of distance.
Best segment in show history was this one,
which is not a surprise at all because it was a segment influenced by one of our wives.
That's true.
That's it. That's what we've been missing.
Look what happens when our wives actually take like
interest in our hobby.
Imagine if Alex had participated in the beard rolling comb segment part, right? Like, that thing could have done gangbusters and pushed a lot of product for something.
I still think we need a
beardtonic.com or some shit.
We need a whole episode where it's just our wives doing this. That's what we need. One of these is just a wives Craft Brewed Sports where it's just them doing the show as us.
I'm going to float this out there because I saw Tank in the comments earlier. I think what we should do, get them in Tank Speakeasy, his podcast setup, and just let him go for 90 minutes. Like, get them all, because they, like, I think if they're all in the same room, just chit-chatting with each other about it, it would be phenomenal.
Chat, chit-chat. That's what they got to do. They just got to sit down and chat, chit-chat. You know what? Let's chat.
Tank would be the perfect moderator because he's like, look, ladies, I'm just here to set you up to talk about these bozos.
It would be hilarious to hear Tank just like laugh at our wives shitting on us and then awkwardly move on to the next question that he has, where he just laughs at us for being stupid and then just goes, what else does Mike do stupid? And then Alex.
That's exactly it. Like, you don't even need, there would be no prompts, no notes needed whatsoever. It'd be literally Tank introducing the pod and then like 90 minutes later going, all right, well, I think that's all the time we got. Thanks for tuning in.
Let's shift gears here, boys. Let's talk some football. It's a good transition because Tank's boys were invited to the White House. They got their McDonald's buffet or whatever Trump does for national champions now. Ohio State went to the White
cheap
House.
Anymore either, too. So I mean,
bro, I just DoorDashed to McDonald's yesterday. My God, that's stupid. The charges on that are stupid.
In this economy?
Well, we were supposed to have a baseball game. And then I worked with kids. So one of those games where it's like, you either eat dinner at 4 o'clock at night. So I'm like, you know what? I just DoorDash some McDonald's. We'll eat it on the way. And
there's your mistake to DoorDash.
Well, I don't have time, Mook. I'm a dad that's coaching a baseball team and working a full-time job. It's
drive-through is free though.
You realize what time I have to leave to go to the drive-through to then get to the field that's 30 minutes away.
Oh, and I was assuming you were going to the drive-through on the car ride to the field. You swoop by the one by the house, chuck the bag in the back. Those idiots eat it while you drive the 20 minutes to the field.
Listen
Is
to
that
this.
how it goes?
Listen to this amateur, Scott. Listen to this.
I was just gonna say, spoken like the guy who remembered he has a kid tonight.
This guy sitting here thinking
Just chuck it in the back and just confidently drive on. Everything will be all right.
They don't make a mess and complain because they can't get the ketchup open and then cry because they can't have their nuggets and they're not going to eat their nuggets unless there's ketchup on it. And ooh, they didn't take the onions off this burger. I'm not eating this burger. And then you're trying to wipe onions off the burger on the car.
Wait, what you're trying to tell me is
half a burger back to the kid, and then they're like, "Oh, I can't get this bag open. Can you open up the apple slices for me?" So you're trying to drive with your knees while you're opening apple slices. Yeah, Mook, just chuck the bag in the back. That's
Everything will be cool.
What? Throw it back there.
Isn't that what your parents did with you though? Didn't they just chuck the bag in the back and like, we got 20 minutes till at the field. If you're hungry, you're gonna eat.
Nah, my parents didn't buy me McDonald's on the way to shit. So
Well,
nope,
even
didn't have
better
that
then,
problem.
right? Like, why are you trying to be better than your parents, man? Why are you working so hard?
I try not to be every day, but my wife, everything's got to be better. Every day I try to humble these kids. It does not go well.
Well, no, but you know what? At the same time, then that also allows you to slack off because she's going to pick it up, clearly.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the whole thing. Like, I mean, you can slack off and everything, but eventually it catches up, and you like the guilt does come in just a little bit. But every day I wake up thinking, fuck them. They can be humble today. Like they had it good enough yesterday. They've already had it better than me in my whole life this entire year. So like, what's a weekend where I tell them no every time they ask for something, right? Like that was my whole life. That was my whole childhood. So like they can deal with it from Friday to fucking Sunday, right? But no.
Which also I assume, by the way, because Sarah's saying obviously they inevitably spilled the fries, and months later you will find the remnants of this meal stuffed under car seats or shoved down in the gas.
There you go.
The car, I've accepted our car is gonna be shit. Like
I refuse to
chuck it
accept
back
that.
there.
Not
It's
my car.
basically a dumpster on wheels.
Fuck
Like
that
who
shit.
cares?
You
Right.
gotta have one car that's the kid's car, and then one.
Yeah,
car
that's mom's car.
Like you've got the nice car that you keep nice and clean, and you don't give them food in it. And then you got the car that you take on road trips that is covered in goldfish that have been there for the last 3 years.
Because there's been a couple times. Here's where I'm at right now. We've got one car that fucking runs, and we're paying through the ass for it because we bought a new car because we got we got to have a new car. Yeah, exactly. The other car, the good car we have, is the 2015 Jeep Cherokee. Never buy a fucking Jeep. They suck. It was running fine until this weekend when I went to go to my game on Sunday morning and the parking brake wouldn't release. The parking brake motor was just locked in because they engineered this shit so that if it doesn't have electric signal, don't let go of the brake. So it could not move.
Yikes.
Until we got a tow truck over here to drag that motherfucker onto a flatbed and take it to the dealer. And then now we do have the rickety ass Nissan Rogue with like 200,000 miles on it. She shakes and wobbles when she goes. She has no AC. She has no heat, but she'll technically get you there. So yeah, all right. I guess that's the car we'll throw the kids in because who gives a fuck if there's fries on the floor of that thing?
You live on a golf course though, so you can't be complaining about your cars when you're getting golf balls hitting your backyard.
You're right. You're right. At $7 a pop, I just have to sell 89 million of them to get another car or pay for this some fucking asshole to unlock a stupid fucking circuit in a Jeep parking brake module. Because they don't give you things like you don't get stuff to change car tires anymore. They're like, no, we'll just give you the pump to shoot the goop into it and then drive it to go get a new tire. Like, no, we're not going to put the jack in there with a wrench to unlock the fucking tire. No, just put the goop in it and drive and pay us what.
Can you stop saying shoot the goop in it, please?
That's what they expect
I feel
you to do.
very uncomfortable every time you say shoot the goop in it. Scott, I'm glad you brought up Matt Barr's you sneaky comment. Like, let me just brag because people made to point out that my car is clean.
I look, my car wasn't going to be the guy because even if she decided that they weren't going to eat in her car, y'all motherfuckers ain't eating my car. That is not how I roll. I am not a dirty car person. So no, you will eat it if it's in bags or can be easily disposed of or will not leave for residue or anything like that. Otherwise, until we get to our destination, you ain't eating shit.
We've gotten to the point with my car where the kids don't even try to make it into the little trash can in the front seat anymore. They just whip their shit from the back seat, hope that it lands in the vicinity of the trash can. And then, like, there's Kieran's got Funyun bags, and Jude's got like, sucker like sticks that are just stuck to the floor at this point. My car is you learn to live with it.
But see again though, Mike, and like, and here's again, this is my five months of parenting, whatever. That's your spot in the car. If you want to make it a shithole, fine, go for it. But do not throw your shit elsewhere where it's going to risk us driving in this vehicle or dirty up the front passenger seat, because that's not your territory. That doesn't fly though.
It's all their territory, Mook. They own all of it.
Is this
because
because
I'm so happy I don't have kids? Your kids are cool, but LOL. And Gabe's saying, "Don't have kids." Noted again.
Also, I'd like to go back to the part where Mookie was talking about his first world problems. This whole fascist uprising is really going to put a damper on some people's lives. Like, they're really going to have like a culture shock. Like, I'm going to be like, oh, this is like going back to my childhood where like we just had
right.
Some of you folks are really going to suffer.
Man, the pain.
I feel bad for you. Like my kids, like, it's like, that's why I kind of want them to like suffer. Like, you know, it's hard to not understand what you've never gone without, right? Like when they start taking things away, and I'm just like, just we're eating hamburger helper again tonight. All right, it's like growing up in the 90s.
But hold on a minute though, like, because hamburger, it ain't bad,
right? I mean, like I was just saying, like something that they could easily mass produce, like to keep us alive. Like, it probably won't even be that good, but I'm just saying. There's a whole contingency of folks in America that are about ready to like struggle for the first time, and I'm be like, I was forged in this shit.
The one that
God, sitting here like, oh, you're Newport.
You're right. We're all gonna be James Franco, like, oh, first time, huh?
Like, mark that shit down, because when Newport goes viral and that catches on, Mike said it first. Newport. That's exactly what it is.
Can we make T-shirts that just say like,
Newport, you know what it is?
Poor?
Yes.
There's gonna be old poor, new poor, and then still poor. The ones are like, wait a minute, I thought we were all gonna get all the crypto and the Doge refunds. Where's all my free money? It's like,
oh shit.
Sorry, bitch.
Ohio State went
like
to the White House, and JD Vance tried to grab the trophy, and I had never been more happy that Notre Dame lost a football game in my life. JD Vance tried to grab the national championship trophy, and it separated from the base, and he got very scared and then fumbled the base, and luckily the running back from Ohio State was there to catch the trophy. And then the best was, like, Ryan Day, we can't show the video because it's get a strike on YouTube, but Ryan Day sees all this going on, runs over and like corrects the base and like sits it back, and then hands the trophy to JD Vance, like, God damn it, just fucking hold this and shut up. And to get back in the pictures, like, totally pissed off that JD Vance almost broke the trophy. The look on his face here in this still image drives me nuts, because he's so confused by what's happening.
So confused. Like, the look of shock on his face.
Of just like, what happened there? This isn't one piece. What is going on here? And then he stood there awkwardly holding the top half of the trophy for the remainder of the presentation. It was fun to see. God, it looks like
this administration's hold on the economy. Just fucking one big fumble. Like, that's how this works. Holy shit!
Wow. I don't even want to play a drop, Scott, because that's just genius. You're absolutely fucking right. That is the metaphor for what's going on here.
Yes.
Trophy. Oh, that's how it goes. It's like, yes, we told you about this in the 20 minutes we prepped on this. Like, you picked it up before and tried it out, and now you're now just realizing, like, this is how it goes.
I mean, I'm glad it's not the old glass trophy. Like, that thing would have been fucking shattered. Like, this dumb
ball.
Yeah, this dumb son of a bitch would have dropped it and shattered it right on the spot.
Who did the prank where they did that? Who was that? Oklahoma or like who was that? Like years ago when they did exactly that. They broke it on purpose, but it was actually a replica.
I don't remember that.
I vaguely remember what you're talking about, but I don't remember who pulled that prank.
I remember when the Duke's Mayo Bowl trophy got broken in the locker room during the celebration, but that's as far as I remember.
Do you think they'll invite they should invite, if I was president, I would invite the Pop-Tarts Bowl winner and the Pop-Tart. I'd be like, we're serving Pop-Tarts at this mofo. Like I want that mascot. We're cooking up one of the mascots. Bring that giant toaster and your mascots, and bring normal mascots too. Like I'm president. Don't bring them bullshit flavors that you brought at the game. Like
brown sugar cinnamon or nothing.
Right, like we're going classic flavor.
He backed it in. We're going to overtime.
Yes.
This pump Scott.
Motherfucker. Wildberry isn't making it into the White House. Like
He jumped the gun too. Mookie was right there.
What do you mean? It said hour 30 minutes.
No,
on
you're
live.
good. You're good. It was, but you pressed that at 129.59. You got excited.
Bullshit.
it.
That's not what it said on my machine, motherfucker. So I don't want to hear it.
We'll check the tape, but I'm pretty sure you. And it's okay, it's fine. But I was looking for the drop, and then you hit it and fist.
Yeah,
bump.
well, you know what? You don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
You got a good ass point there. That's true. His story checks out.
You know what? Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Okay,
That's right. Boom. Catch some hands. See me.
Hunter, whatever the fuck his last name is. 2 words, motherfucker.
Hey, yo, you know what?
Yeah, like this podcast.
I'm bringing him in here. Be careful.
Do better. That's my favorite part of it. Was do better. I'm like,
Do better. That's
He
like that's
tried
like
to
the
pull a
folks that
get
got
good, but don't even know how to do it.
Well, that's like the group of people that got mad at us when we talked. They didn't get the joke when we were talking about something. They tried to correct us and got super pissed about it in the comment section. And it's like, we weren't actually fucking breaking anything down, you dipshits.
Beyonce either, which was interesting.
Right, we thought that was gonna end the show.
You
like
kicked that beehive hard.
That was like legit, but no, it's like when we were fake breaking down something. The masses came for us.
It's amazing when like something clicks in the algorithm, and then you just get like a lot of comments that are like, well, actually, that's not. And it's like, dude, you clearly you don't understand what we're doing here. Like this. Yeah, all right, but yeah, the Hunter Flagg, look it up. That guy telling us to do better is my favorite part of the week. My second favorite part of the week is that Colorado announced that they're retiring Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter's jersey.
What the fuck?
19th, like at the spring game. It's not even at a regular game when you would think there would be a celebration. It's at the spring game. You're like in 4 days. So both Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders will have their jerseys retired at Colorado after going like 13-12, I think, like something ridiculous like that.
But they put up stats. To be fair, Travis Hunter, I feel like deserves to get his
Travis Hunter.
retired.
I'll give you that one. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's only their second Heisman Trophy winner since Rashaan Salam. Like I'm okay with him getting his jersey, but not now. Not before he's even taken a snap in the pros. You can't retire that jersey before the guy would have graduated from the school.
Hold on. Let me get ready for it because I'm just gonna preface this with
Sell out.
cash in while you can. There's nothing saying you can't re-retire his jersey or hold another commemoration thing or whatever later on as well. Like cash in, sell this event now because clearly Dion is trying to like make the spring game fetch again. So like they're putting money and they're putting eggs in this basket. They're trying to get out ahead of it. And if it brings in donors' eyes and attention to their game this spring that otherwise who gives a shit, great. Shedeur probably won't get any other thing later because he won't be worth it. Travis is probably going to have a solid NFL career, so you can redo the thing, hell, this fall, 3 years, 5 years from now, and then, like, once again, cash in on that hype.
Scott, how do we feel about this? Who signed
this is Miami Heat retiring Jordan's number 5.
Thank you.
This is way too soon. This is way. I mean, I guess you talked me into Hunter because of the the Heisman, but like even then, like they didn't win anything. It's pandering. In Shedeur's case, his father's still there coaching, so it's like they couldn't just do Hunter, so they had to do Shedeur. It's like it reeks of like just trying to suck up to the elder Sanders even more and placate him even more. This is like begging him not to leave ever for greener pastures. Like, we'll enshrine your son and immortalize him. Like, just please, like, do you want a statue out front? Like that's gonna be the next thing that they're gonna put a Dion statue out front, and it'll be like wearing NFL gear that has nothing to do with Colorado.
Happy, man.
How bad?
And I'm not even saying, but it's just
hire his jersey on the 19th, and then the next week the draft comes and he tumbles to the second round. Like, how bad of a look is that? I feel like you at least
it's not because you cashed in.
Draft.
You cashed in early before it happened, and like you can still always have things like again later on down the line.
People are saying it's a great time.
What?
We went this whole show and didn't talk golf at all on the day after one of the greatest, or the Tuesday after one of the greatest Masters performances I've ever seen. You know what? Golf.
Playing a game of whack fuck here. Whack.
Rory McIlroy tried to Rory so hard during that.
Oh man,
he
awesome.
tried starting
awesome.
off with the double bogey and immediately starting the last round tied with Bryson was. Oh, it was chef's kiss Rory. And then he tried and he would recover, and then he would try again, and then he would recover. And then it got to 18, and it was like, he's got this 4-foot putt to win the Masters. He's about to miss this putt. Sure enough, he yanked it. I laughed my ass off when he missed that putt to go to the playoff. But man, what an entertaining Masters Sunday. This was one of the Masters tournaments that like gets young fans. Like, my boys were hooked. Look, Masters Sunday, I love it. But I don't normally pay attention. Like, I'll pay attention to the first couple holes of the last pairing, and then I zone out for a little bit. That's where you cut the grass. You go do whatever you got to do, get a little nappy and whatever, until like hole number 10 or 11, then you zone back in. My kids were locked in the entire time. They were running up to me, Dad, Bryson missed another putt. Dad, Rory, he hit a shot, but then he got +1. So he's tied now with Justin Rose is coming up, Dad. And I'm like, my kids are locked in. They are golf fans for life after that. Scott, did you watch any of it?
Nope.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly how I hoped that would go. Let's talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight. Scott, what was in your mug?
We didn't even practice that. I didn't know that you were going to stop me, but the whole time I was sitting there thinking, I didn't watch a goddamn minute of this.
Understood the assignment.
Yeah, sure did.
call
Didn't
that
even
We do a show together for 9 years. You just knew exactly what I wanted in that moment. Exactly.
There was no need to go any further than nope.
Oh, so
Didn't watch a second.
That was fun.
I was drinking key lime vanilla from Urban Artifact. It's 6.5% vanilla lime key lime pie sour ale. It's delicious. It's a dog. I have yet to have one from Urban Artifact that's missed, and they are the home of the pickle beer, and I feel like I need to go back and try that again just to like reassess it, but I feel like even that's going to be like at worst refreshing and not like terrible. Like all of these Urban Artifact ones are dogs good.
Almost effervescent, right?
Effervescent, yes, no doubt.
Mookie, what were you drinking tonight, dog or no dog?
It was an absolute dog. Plum Bianca from Telluride Brewing Company. Absolute dog. Yes, it was effervescent. I still don't really know what that means, but I'm going to reserve that word for this beer because holy shit, man. It was delicious, comforting, just good place to be, you know.
I want to ask you guys before I give my beer. Gabe had a question in the comments. Question for you three. What's the receipt total for your Masters gift shop purchases? We saw someone spent $12,500.
I don't get this.
On what?
It's stupid.
Hats, shirts, coats.
Why though?
Memorabilia that
Do you
that
not
have-
buy it elsewhere? Or
$12,000 in this
are they still
economy?
Jordans in there?
I
or
mean,
something?
Scott, we're talking about people that are going to the Masters. Like,
I know, but like I feel like this was like something that you could do.
They saw the bat signal and they bought the stocks before the tariffs got lifted. Like they know they made money.
Fair
Like,
enough.
That's who we're talking about here.
Yeah.
What's
Should
your
we ask how much we'd grift from the grift
no?
shop?
How
'Cause
much would you be willing to spend? Let's go that.
I would shoplift probably $700 worth.
$700.
Shoplift. I ain't paying for shit.
Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those
Oh
up.
man, I ain't got no money. I can't pay for them if I don't have my phone to.
Yeah, I'm not
give you
buying
a
it.
bop for the
I'm
thing.
not buying a goddamn thing. I can barely afford the $5 concessions at the Masters. So no, I'm not buying shit for $12,000.
Yeah, what is it? Bologna and pimento loaf or some shit?
Pimento cheese.
Not bad.
I'm
though.
probably just getting drunk on the cheapest beer they got and just screaming out, "Where's Tiger?" the whole
No,
time.
no, Scott. We know what you're doing. 100 milligrams. Sneak it in your sock.
That's
and just
true.
riding.
You are wandering that course high as a
Yeah.
kite,
Yeah.
Yeah.
giggling to you.
But I am definitely screaming, "Where's Tiger?" the whole time.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I wonder, Scott, if you're not our Messiah.
By
You know,
the
not to
way,
get all
the
Yiddish
place
or
you want to
whatever.
go, not the Masters gift shop. Go to the Goodwill in Augusta, Georgia, because I guarantee you're going to find some used Masters gear there that you can get at a big discount. Trust me, old poor. I got you. That's where you
there it is.
Goodwill in Augusta, Georgia. I was drinking second annual Chubbs Peterson Memorial Golf Tournament. Bought it just for the name, just for the can, and it's an absolute dog. Fantastic beer, hazy as shit, delicious. Would crush.
Are you sure we don't want to do like 15 more minutes? Because I can just hear Ali screaming up a storm over there.
Nope, you've got a child. You've got a child. You got to
Why do you guys hate me?
This was a show. Tank said this show was fire. We had some moments on this one, boys. I'm pretty proud of how we did here.
We did it shit from grain pour or would you rather? By the way, A's up 9-3 over Sox, top of 7.
Good to hear. Reds beat the Mariners 8-4. I'm happy. That's 4 games in a row that the Reds have won. Feels good. Feels real good. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this show. Whatever this was that we just put out into the internet that will live forever. It was something, but we appreciate you tuning in, commenting on the show, joining in with us. So be sure that you are subscribed to that YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you know when new content gets posted. You know, when Scott and Chris are doing Backwards K, when we go live, when videos get posted, all that good stuff. So go hit us up there. Follow the show at Craft Brewed Sports on Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok. Follow on for clips in between the show that you can share out and tell your friends about. Join the Facebook group. It's really the only reason to have Facebook. It's the show in between the show, the comment section come to life. So go join that up. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of content there. Go hit them up. And shout out to all of the podcasts on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. We will see you all next week, everybody. I think, Scott, is it officially next week? Next week is the 9
years. Yeah.
God, damn, we should
Holy
order
shit.
something for that.
Damn,
We
I
won't
got
remember until
plans,
after the
so.
show, like we do every year now.
Like right now. Yeah. All right. See you next week. Cheers.
Hey, Snow Bunnies hate fascism and Aaron Judge too. Think about it.
You'll never walk alone. Horns up.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on,